Thanks for staying with us. It's still Vibrant Daybreak, and for sports updates, you'll have to catch up with me by 1 p.m. on the arena to get the very best of sporting information and analysis. It's time for social media buzz, even as we hit home stretch on the show, and Messi Manuel is here with us. Messi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Mobalanle.
What's buzzing?
I think, yeah, okay. It's campaign is on already,
Yes.
so that is what is buzzing. Sorry. As political campaign officially kicked off on Wednesday, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, has asked Nigerians to learn from the mistakes of the past. Tinubu, a former governor of Lagos, in a statement on Wednesday, also urged the people to be wise and discerning as they prepare to choose the country's next president in the 2023 general election. He said, and I quote, "We must show that we have learned from mistakes of the past. We must be prepared to make difficult decisions. We must be wise, we must be discerning, we must choose progress. We must favor reason over sentiment." This is coming from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you know, the campaign is on already, and politicians will come and give advice. They'll promise you heaven and earth. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Don't do this, don't do that. I also believe during President Muhammadu Buhari's time, he also said it. Don't make the mistake you made in the past. Learn from your mistake. Choose the right candidate. Don't vote over sentiment. Don't because this person is from my region, this person is from my political party, this person is my brother, let me vote for him. What do you have to say to this?
Well, they are also part of the past. For instance, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he ran Lagos from 1999 to 2007.
Yep.
So he is also part of the past. So if he's saying we should not make the mistakes of the past, is he referring to himself because he's also part of the past? And we've been talking about bringing in fresh minds, new minds, people who have a new vision for Nigeria, not the old cargoes and the past people who have run the nation aground.
So is the past about age or about, I don't know?
He's talking about those who have run, okay, if it says past mistake, mistake is relative.
It might not be individual.
Exactly.
Mistake is relative. So I might be looking at it from the perspective of mistake of those who have run the nation in the past, saying that the nation is not any better looking at those who have run it, those who have the APC, the PDP. So from my own perspective, it could be that don't ever bring in those who have run the nation in the past. From another person's perspective, it could
fresh.
be, yes, so it's really relative.
Next year, what's
Exactly. I think it's a very good statement, you know, from the leader, although, you know, the fact that it's coming from him makes it controversial and up there for debate. You want people to be aware that going into the election, we shouldn't make mistakes of choosing wrong leaders, and we shouldn't, you know, base our judgment or electoral judgment now on sentiments in terms of maybe tribe, religion, or what have you. It should be based on reason, logic. Who do you think is more competent, more qualified, and all of that? So it's a very good statement. Trust me, one of the best you ever see out there when it comes to electoral campaign. What makes it controversial and, you know, ironic is that it's coming from him, who, you know, some quarters deem as part of, the previous leaders who have ruled Nigeria and all of that. Not just as a governor, because you look at everyone who is, you know, the leading candidates. They've all at one point or the other held sway when it comes to Nigerian politics. You have the PDP flag bearer as the former VP for 8 years. He speaks, you know,
almost all
Tinubu, former governor for 8 years. Peter Obi, former governor as well for 8 years. So when you say those who have ruled Nigeria, all three have ruled Nigeria in one way or the other. You know, but I think we need to approach it with a different sense, that it's not just sentiments. It should be about logic. Who is more qualified, who is more competent, who has the best policies to, you know, lead us out of the mess we found ourselves in, be it security, economic, and all of that. So the speech is very good. What makes it controversial is who it's coming from, especially because of his role in bringing the current administration, which the majority of Nigerians, even if it's just 51%, that's still a majority, think are not doing well, talking about this current
And I want to even say this statement is actually confusing because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the candidate for the All Progressive Congress. And President Muhammadu Buhari is still under the All Progressive Congress.
Yes.
Sorry. And if you say mistake of the past, is it referring to PDP? And we all know PDP left the presidential seat or the government for how many years now? So is it President Muhammadu Buhari that is the mistake, or the People Democratic Party?
Quickly, you know the way it is, with politics around here. The present administration authority that clean the, mess of the past. So if he's saying do not make the mistake of the past, and because it's his party that is the ruling party, he can as well tell you that he's referring rather to the PDP.
In
you know
fact,
the way
we have a lot of mistakes.
They do a lot of blame trading, talking about the past. I think we should look at the future.
Because let's hear what Nigerians are saying. At His Grace, he then say he doesn't need to warn us. We already know. Then at Ambrose, Mad Son says, mistake they always think say in the correction. Now why mathematics they add? Okay, maybe Samson will explain this because he's actually laughing. Then at Prince Wiseman 5 says, who is the first mistake? Who is the first mistake, Samson?
Well, the truth is, what you realize with governance and being honest is that human wants are insatiable. So no administration will come on board and meet the needs of the people in terms of being perfect. There will always be lapses, but you can always give credit to certain administrations that, okay, on the balance of things, maybe 60% they still fared well. I think you look at previous administrations, and Nigerians have not been pleased with any one of them. You look at the Jonathan administration, you look at the current administration, you look at Obasanjo administration, there were always concerns. I mean, for example, ASU strike under Buhari's Obasanjo's administration, we had 9 months. So Nigerians would always complain about different administrations, and sometimes it's difficult to now juxtapose in terms of judging which administration was better, because the times are different. The times in terms of the economy and all of that, those times are different. At the end of the day, what I think is this. The previous administrations we've had have not fared well for the Nigerian people. Most Nigerians still tend to complain that, things are not as easy as it says. Even during the military regime, the military will tell you they came in to sweep off corruption. Meanwhile, they themselves are enmeshed in corruption. I mean, we're still getting loose from one of the military leaders. So at the end of the day, what you realize is, as much as human wants are insatiable and people would always demand more from their governments, I think the government also has to step up in improving from previous administrations. And
I think this is a good message for Nigerians. Don't vote based on sentiment. Vote wisely.
Exactly.
And it depends on the individual. Whoever you're seeing as the former mistake might not be the who I'm seeing as former mistake. Yeah. We should just vote wisely. Then moving on, the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, says his children will not join the current mass immigration by Nigerian youth, termed JAPA, even though the situation is exasperating by the bad leadership of the Muhammadu Buhari's regime. Addressing party faithful in Enugu on Tuesday, Abubakar decried the high rate of citizens leaving the nation in search of greener pastures abroad. He, however, asserted he had forbidden his children from relocating abroad. Atiku himself had often been accused of preferring to live in Dubai whenever politics is off-season. So when I saw this message, I was just like, they don't need to leave Nigerians. They are okay. Because again, if your source of income, forget Atiku now. If you are enjoying yourself in Nigeria, your source of income is okay. Inflation is not affecting you. Your business is running well. You have a business that is running. You have good source of income, not just one, but multiple source of income. You can always leave the country for vacation and come back.
Exactly.
Then talk of Atiku's children that are already satisfied, like they are okay. Most of them schooled abroad. We saw their pictures. And I want to believe they are working in good industries, good companies. So why would they leave the country? Nigerians that are leaving the country at this moment are going for greener pastures. He said it himself. Talk of education because of the ASU strike. Employment because of the high rate of unemployment we have in the country. Because of inflation, people cannot even they can't boast of 3 square meal. So when they have the option of a better life outside the country, why won't they leave?
Well, quickly, it's just one of those political rhetorics, and is just, I want to classify it as a joke. The reason is this: yes, when you say you're forbidding your children from relocating abroad, what's your definition of relocation? Someone can go for a vacation of 6 months and come back.
You don't need to pack
as
your
the person
loads.
relocated. As you said, he himself, Atiku, has, in time past been accused of living in Dubai. He will tell you he didn't relocate, he went for vacation. But he went for vacation 6 months, 7 months. So, what's your definition of relocation? Now, you also mentioned that these children schooled abroad, they're probably,
I did not mention it. We saw the picture of this kid.
we saw the pictures. The children are well to do and all of that. They have every means of, you know, flying in and out at any point in time. So when you say you forbid your children from relocating, it's relative, it's ridiculous, because they don't even need to relocate in that sense, because they are living comfortably and they can easily jet in and out at any point in time for vacation. So what does it mean?
Well, I really do not have anything to add to it. I think it's
Why?
because we're running out of time.
Okay,
right?
but,
We have to wrap up.
Okay, we should take reactions.
Oh, okay, quickly.
Okay, so this one is saying even their papa is a part-time Nigerian. Then at Ipre says, see our Japa president Dubai branch talking about his children not living. Then at Ayi mom says, why would they leave when they have all they want in life? So I wonder why would they would leave. I wonder. That is it.
All right. Let's wrap it up. You want to rope me? Nightingale says, all you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. All you need is the plan, the roadmap, and courage to press on to your destination. I think that's self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. What Nigeria needs at this time, we need leaders that have, you know, decisive policies that could charter a new course for us, and, you know, we just need to be courageous enough to follow it. It will require tough decisions, you know, probably a bit of sacrifice from Nigerian people, but as long as it takes us to that utopia we all anticipate, we're on track.
That is it.
All right, we'll wrap it up on that note. Thank you so much for being a part of Vibrant Daybreak. My name is Omobolanle Adeshuye. Have a fine day.
And I'm Mercy Man. Have a faithful day.
Do have a great day. I'm Samson Olede.